When you look at the history of when we really started talking about streetlights, we really go back more than a decade to about 2007, 2008, when the city first took a look at how we were spending our energy dollars. And we found that our streetlights comprise a very significant portion, not only of our electricity bills for the city, but really of our energy use as a whole. That also translated into one of our biggest users when it came to carbon emissions. And so as we started our sustainability work plan and really started identifying actions that the city could take to reduce emissions, streetlights were high on the agenda.
We just had a lot of outage calls very regularly, and we were constantly having to field questions from the public about light being out in front of their house, down the street, and then trying to track down those issues. So upgrading to a new system, obviously with a longer life in the product, cuts down on those calls dramatically.
I was talking about the fixture selected. So basically we had Hall of Fame fixtures that were selected, both decorative, the glass Washington that you will see going across the bridge, and then also Mongoose for roadway, and then the Hall of Fame high-mast fixture. On the American Electric side, we had the Audubon Cobra heads and then also some decorative AEL. So they used a complete portfolio of Acuity, both the Hall of Fame and American Electric side.
But sustainability is all about a balance. And so as we looked at what we could achieve from an efficiency perspective, we wanted to not only try to achieve a very deep energy savings, but we also wanted to make sure that we were selecting a light that really fit in with the environmental considerations. We knew that there was an increasing conversation both among the industry as well as in communities like ours of really trying to move that down to maybe a 3,000 color temperature. So we were really excited that Acuity had that 3,000 K option for us and could do that on a whole slew of our lights. So not just the neighborhood scale, but also our commercial lights.
So whenever we went through the bid process to select a provider and fixtures, we were looking for a quality brand that had a really quality reputation as well. And so when we were evaluating Acuity and Hall of Fame products were among the top. And we were also looking at quality of fixture in terms of doesn't have a history of failure. And so when we looked at the quality of fail rates, everyone was very impressed with what we saw from Acuity and the Hall of Fame brand.
So the energy savings were obviously a big piece of it, but with those energy savings came a lot of taxpayer dollars that we were saving. So we now are almost at the point where we have a year's worth of savings fully completed under our belt. We're over $3 million saved every year on our KUB bills, which is fantastic.
Doing this project was one of the missing pieces for us to actually achieve our 20% by 2020 emission reduction target. So we've hit and exceeded that as a result.
I mean, project's just been an overall pleasure to work with the city over the last couple of years, and I think they really exemplify somebody that took on what seemed like a daunting task and in bite-sized pieces saw it through to the end and are now enjoying the rewards of it.
When I think about this project and I think about what we were able to achieve with going all in, I think it's just been such an example of how when you have the right lineup between energy savings, cost savings, emerging technology that's proven and really grabbing hold within the industry and within cities, this was just one example of when it makes sense to go big or go home. And we went big, and we're really glad we did. So to me, it's raised the bar and changed the game when it comes to what we expect in the quality of our lighting.